Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day we put an end to the cycle of excuses. It's the day we take control, the day we decide that nothing will stand between us and our goals. Excuses are nothing more than self-imposed barriers, and it's time to tear them down. Every excuse we make is a chain holding us back from our potential. Whether it's time, resources, or circumstances, these are just stories we tell ourselves to justify inaction. But what if we shifted our mindset? What if, instead of focusing on why we can't do something, we started asking how we can make it happen? This is the essence of a no-excuse mentality. It's about transforming obstacles into opportunities, failures into lessons, and setbacks into comebacks. It's about relentless determination and unwavering commitment. You must take full responsibility for your life. Every result you get, every success, and every failure is on you. There's incredible power in this accountability because it puts you in the driver's seat. You're no longer a victim of circumstance, you're a creator of your destiny. Yes, fear will show up, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. It's all part of the process, but fear is not your enemy. It's a signal that you're on the edge of growth. Push through it. Every time you face your fears, you grow stronger and more resilient. Time is a precious resource, and how you use it defines your success. Prioritize your tasks, eliminate the unimportant, and focus on what truly matters. Time spent on excuses is time stolen from your future. Every second counts, make them work for you. Resilience is built through adversity. The challenges you face are not roadblocks, but tests of your strength. With each challenge you overcome, you become more capable, more determined. Success doesn't come to those who avoid challenges, but to those who tackle them head on. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of success. It's the ability to keep going even when motivation fades. Discipline is what gets things done when the excitement wears off. It's the daily commitment to your goals, no matter what. Focus on results. Keep your eyes on the prize, measure your progress, and adjust your actions. What gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets done. Stay committed to the outcome, not the process, and you'll see the results you desire. Eliminate distractions ruthlessly. Cut out anything that doesn't serve your goal, whether it's negative influences, time-wasting activities, or unnecessary commitments. They have no place in your life, and your focus is your most powerful weapon. Sharpen it. Take action. Action beats everything, even if it's imperfect, even if you stumble, keep moving forward. The world doesn't reward intentions, it rewards action. Every step you take brings you closer to your goal. Don't wait for the perfect moment, it doesn't exist. Start now. Start where you are with what you have. No more excuses. Get it done. Excuses are limitations we place on ourselves. They are the invisible chains that hold us back from achieving greatness. Every time you utter an excuse, you are giving away your power. You're telling yourself and the world that something outside of you is in control. But that's a lie. The truth is, you are in control. You have the power to change, to grow, and to conquer whatever stands in your way. Think about it, what's the real cost of making excuses? It's not just about missing a deadline or failing to hit a target, it's about creating a pattern of behavior where you accept less than your best. Every excuse you make chips away at your confidence, your potential, and your dreams. It builds a mindset of limitation, where obstacles seem insurmountable and success feels out of reach. Excuses are easy, they're the comforting stories we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort, effort, and risk. But they're also the biggest thieves of success. Imagine what your life could look like if you removed every excuse and replaced it with action. Imagine the progress, the breakthroughs, and the victories waiting on the other side. When you stop making excuses, you start finding solutions. You start taking ownership of your life. No more blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck. It's about standing up and saying, I am responsible. I can and will make this happen. That's where true power begins, when you break free from the limitations of excuses and step into your limitless potential. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. It's the lens through which you view the world, your challenges, and your opportunities. A mindset shift is the key to transforming your life, because when you change your perspective, you change your reality. It's not the events or circumstances that define your success, it's how you respond to them. Many people operate with a fixed mindset, believing that their abilities and situations are static. They see obstacles as roadblocks and failures as the end of the road. But what if you could shift your mindset to see challenges as opportunities and failures as feedback? This is the growth mindset, where every setback is a setup for a comeback. It's about embracing the idea that you can improve, adapt, and overcome anything thrown your way. When you shift your mindset, you start to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. You begin to see that every problem has a solution, and every difficulty is a chance to grow stronger. You stop asking, why me? And start asking, what can I learn from this? This simple shift can turn the most daunting situations into stepping stones toward your goals. Your thoughts create your reality. When you shift your mindset, you take control of your narrative. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become a master of your destiny. With the right mindset, there are no limits to what you can achieve. It's all about choosing to see the world in a way that empowers you to act, to grow, and to succeed. Accountability is the cornerstone of personal growth and success. It's about owning every part of your life, your actions, your decisions, and the outcomes they produce. When you take full accountability, you move from being a passive participant to an active creator of your future. No more blaming external factors, no more excuses. You stand up and say, this is my life, and I am responsible for what happens in it. Taking accountability is empowering because it puts the power back in your hands. You realize that you're not at the mercy of circumstances or other people. You are in control. If something isn't working, you have the power to change it. If you fall short of a goal, you have the power to try again, to learn, and to improve. It's a mindset of ownership where you recognize that your life is the result of your choices. Accountability also fosters trust and respect, not just from others, but from yourself. When you hold yourself accountable, you build self-respect. You know that you're someone who follows through, who does what they say they will do. This self-trust is crucial because it fuels your confidence and motivates you to keep pushing forward. Ultimately, accountability is about freedom. It frees you from the victim mentality and opens up a world of possibilities. When you accept responsibility for your life, you gain the power to shape it. And that's the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. Fear is a natural part of the human experience. It's hardwired into us to keep us safe, but too often fear becomes a cage that traps us. The truth is, fear is just a feeling, a signal that we're stepping into the unknown. And while the unknown can be scary, it's also where all growth and progress happen. Overcoming fear is not about eliminating it, it's about learning to act in spite of it. When you confront your fears, you begin to understand that they're not as powerful as they seem. Most fears are illusions built on what-ifs and worst-case scenarios that rarely come to pass. By facing your fears head-on, you strip them of their power. You realize that fear is a paper tiger, intimidating from a distance, but powerless up close. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward regardless of it. Every time you push through fear, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more confident. Each victory over fear builds momentum, propelling you toward greater challenges and even greater rewards. Fear is a teacher, showing you where you need to grow. When you see fear as an opportunity rather than an obstacle, you shift your mindset. You begin to seek out those uncomfortable situations, knowing that they are the very moments that will elevate you to the next level. Overcoming fear is the pathway to unlocking your full potential and achieving the extraordinary life you deserve. Time management is the master key to productivity and success. Time is the most valuable resource you have. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. Every successful person knows this and treats time with the respect it deserves. Managing your time effectively means you're taking control of your day, your goals, and ultimately your life. Most people let time slip through their fingers, distracted by things that don't matter, reacting to whatever comes their way instead of focusing on what truly matters. But here's the secret: you don't manage time, you manage yourself. Time is constant, ticking away every second. What makes the difference is how you choose to use each moment. To master time management, you must prioritize, identify the activities that move you closer to your goals, and focus on them relentlessly. Learn to say no to distractions and tasks that don't align with your purpose. This isn't about being busy, it's about being effective. It's about doing the right things, not just doing things right. Planning is essential. Take a few minutes each day to map out your priorities, know what you need to achieve, and set deadlines. Break big tasks into smaller, manageable steps, and remember, the perfect time to start is now. Procrastination is the enemy of time management. Ultimately, time management is about creating the life you want. When you control your time, you control your future, you become the architect of your destiny, designing a life of achievement and fulfillment. Resilience is the ability to bounce back no matter what life throws at you. It's the quality that keeps you moving forward when the world is pushing you back. Resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about facing them head-on and coming out stronger on the other side. Life will knock you down, there's no avoiding that, but resilience is what gets you back up again and again, ready to fight for your dreams. Every setback is an opportunity to build resilience. When things don't go as planned, when failure knocks at your door, that's when resilience is forged. It's in those moments of struggle that your true strength is revealed. Resilience is the muscle you build by lifting the weight of adversity, and the more you train it, the stronger you become. The secret to resilience is your mindset. It's understanding that failure is not final, that every challenge is a lesson, and that every obstacle can be overcome with the right attitude and determination. It's about seeing problems not as dead ends, but as stepping stones to growth and progress. Resilient people don't give up, they adjust, adapt, and keep moving forward. They know that setbacks are temporary, but giving up is permanent. They refuse to be defeated because they believe in their ability to rise above any challenge. Resilience is your superpower. It's what allows you to weather the storms and emerge victorious. It's the key to unlocking your potential and achieving the extraordinary life you're destined for. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Self-discipline is the driving force behind every great achievement because success isn't about motivation, it's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, putting in the work, and staying committed to your goals no matter what. Discipline means you control your actions, not your emotions or impulses. It's about making the tough choices that lead to long-term rewards instead of succumbing to short-term temptations. It's easy to do what's comfortable, but comfort doesn't lead to growth. Self-discipline pushes you out of your comfort zone, where real progress happens. Every time you exercise self-discipline, you strengthen your willpower. You prove to yourself that you're in control, that you can stay focused and on track. It's this consistency that builds momentum, and with momentum, you become unstoppable. Self-discipline isn't about perfection, it's about perseverance. It's about sticking to your plan, even when things get tough, when distractions arise, or when the results are slow to come. Self-discipline empowers you to delay gratification, stay focused on your priorities, and maintain the habits that lead to success. It's the inner strength that keeps you aligned with your goals and values, regardless of external circumstances. Master self-discipline, and you'll master your destiny, unlocking your potential to achieve anything you set your mind to. Focusing on results is the difference between busy work and meaningful progress. It's about keeping your eyes on the prize, staying connected to your ultimate goals, and ensuring that every action you take brings you closer to achieving them. Many people get lost in the process, caught up in the tasks and routines, but they lose sight of what they're truly working toward. That's why focusing on results is so powerful. It keeps you aligned with your purpose and ensures that your efforts are driving real outcomes. When you focus on results, you become more strategic. You prioritize actions that have the greatest impact, eliminating distractions and inefficiency. It's about being effective, not just active. You ask yourself, is this moving me closer to my goal? If the answer is no, you adjust your approach. This clarity of focus allows you to make better decisions and use your time and energy more wisely. Results-focused people measure their progress. They set clear, specific goals and track their achievements. They know that what gets measured gets managed, and by constantly evaluating their progress, they stay on course. This feedback loop helps them refine their strategies and stay motivated. Ultimately, focusing on results keeps you accountable. It's a reminder that success is about outcomes, not intentions. By keeping your attention on the end game, you ensure that every step you take is purposeful, pushing you closer to the success you desire. This relentless focus on results is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Eliminating distractions is essential for achieving your goals. In a world filled with endless noise emails, social media notifications, and countless demands on your attention, staying focused is more challenging than ever. But here's the truth: distractions are the thieves of your time and energy. They pull you away from what truly matters and slow down your progress towards success. To reach your full potential, you must take control of your environment and eliminate anything that doesn't serve your purpose. Every distraction, no matter how small, breaks your concentration and forces your brain to refocus, wasting valuable time and mental energy. It's not just about the time you spend on distractions, it's about the momentum you lose. Success requires deep, focused work, and that can't happen if you're constantly interrupted. Start by identifying your biggest distractions. Are they external, like constant phone alerts, or internal, like a wandering mind? Once you know what pulls you away from your goals, you can take deliberate steps to eliminate or reduce them. Create a workspace that minimizes interruptions, set boundaries around your time, and practice mindfulness to keep your attention where it needs to be. Eliminating distraction is about creating an environment where focus thrives. It's about protecting your time like the valuable resource it is. When you eliminate distractions, you gain clarity, increase your productivity, and accelerate your journey towards success. Focus is power, and by removing what dilutes it, you unleash your full potential. Empowerment comes not from waiting for the perfect moment or circumstances, but from taking action no matter how small. Action is what moves you from where you are to where you want to be. It's the catalyst for change, the energy that propels you forward. When you take action, you take control of your destiny. You stop being a passive observer in your life and become the creator of your own future. Every step you take is a step toward empowerment because it's rooted in the belief that you are capable of making things happen. Too many people wait for motivation or inspiration to take action, but the truth is action breeds motivation. The more you move, the more momentum you build. Even imperfect action is better than no action at all. Waiting for everything to be perfect is just another form of procrastination. By taking the first step, you break the cycle of inaction and create momentum that carries you forward, even when challenges arise. Empowerment through action is about building confidence and self-belief. The more you take action, the more evidence you gather that you are capable of achieving your goals. Every action, no matter how small, is proof of your ability to take charge and create results. And with each result, you become more confident in your ability to take even bigger, bolder steps. Action is the key that unlocks the door to the life you desire. It's not the thought, not the plan, but the execution that turns dreams into reality. Empower yourself by taking consistent, deliberate action, because when you act, you own your power.